Hello everyone, today is Wednesday, the 8th of February. We are coming up quickly on this Super Bowl weekend for the Philadelphia Eagles. Hope you've practiced your singing the fight song and working on the Eagles chant and all that stuff. You don't want to, misspell anything or hit them high when you're supposed to hit them low and all that jazz because, well, you're just going to need that all Sunday. But it's Wednesday today, so when it's Wednesday, you know what that means. It means it's time for comics again. Thanks for tuning in to one more episode of Comics Again this year. It's the show where every week I take a couple minutes out of your day and tell you about the things that are out on the shelf right now. First off, coming your way from DC Comics, we'll start with what I've been starting with recently. It's the Lazarus Planet. It's wrapping up soon, so get in on all this. It's Lazarus Planet, The Next Revolution. So that's your Lazarus Planet tie-in this week, The Next Revolution. Other number one coming your way this week from DC Comics is a new Static series. Yeah, Static's back, and this time it's the Shadows of Dakota issue number 1. So get all up on your Static Shock action with this new Static series. And if you're a fan of the classic original Static from back in the 90s when the Milestone universe launched, check out this polybagged facsimile reprint of Static issue number 1. It comes with the card. It's just like it was in the 90s, but it's a facsimile reprint. So it's reprinted to look exactly like it was back in the day, but it's new right now just for you. Grab this today and complete your Static collection. With DC Comics out of the way, let's take a look and a stroll down the lane to Marvel Comics. First off, in that Spider-Man universe, there's a new Goblin in town. It's the Red Goblin, spinning right out of the pages of Venom and some previous Spider series. Red Goblin, issue number 1, Normie Osborn, symbiote Goblin. What's gonna go on there? Nothing good, I bet. Check out Red Goblin, issue number 1. In that Sins of Sinister timeline over on Krakoa, we see Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants. Taking place in the future portion of the Sinister timeline, Storm in charge of the Brotherhood, leading a fight against Mr. Sinister. Check it out, don't miss it, add it to your subscription. It's gonna be a cool one. That's your Sins of Sinister tie-in. Also on Krakoa this week, we see Bishop's War College. Yeah, Bishop's back, baby! And he's got a whole new series and a whole new team of X-Men here in Bishop's War College, issue number 1. And you think that there's a Marvel movie coming out with the Kang character in it because they're reprinting all sorts of cool Kang stuff. Check out Avengers, issue number 8, the first appearance of Kang, fully reprinted facsimile edition, down to the ads and letters. Stan and Jack, it's awesome. With the big 2 out of the way, let's take a look at what'll be on our shelf from the other publishers. First off, from Boom Studios, is a new series called The Harrower. A bit of a deconstruction of the slasher genre, but with a new and identifiable twist. Check it out, it's Harrower number 1 if you like some killing. You need some killing. From Image Comics comes a new series called Monarch. It's a science fiction horror story about aliens making first contact and the survival of a bunch of orphans living in Compton. Check it out, it's Monarch. And from Whatnot Publishing and Wesley Snipes himself comes The Exiled. It's a science fiction noir hard-boiled detective that's Seven meets Blade Runner. That sounds interesting to you, and you like Wesley Snipes. Who doesn't? Check out The Exiled. And coming your way from Silver Sprocket Comics to celebrate Black History Month is The Secret History of Black Punk. This awesomely illustrated graphic novel-y prestige. It's a beefy boy. It's an awesome book full of great art and the story of Black Punk. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, check it out. The Secret History of Black Punk from Silver Sprocket. Now let's kick off what's going on in the trades, graphic novels, hardcovers, things that are a little bit bigger and look nicer on your shelf that are out this week. From DC Comics is a collection of Dwayne McDuffie stuff. It's the DC Universe by Dwayne McDuffie. This is a beautiful little hardcover collecting a bunch of very important Dwayne McDuffie comics. It can be yours for $39.99. It's got things like the Demon in it. It's got Justice League. It's got Impulse. It's got all sorts of stuff. There's Batman in here because you're gonna write DC Comics. You're gonna write some Batman. Check out the DC Universe by Dwayne McDuffie. Pretty great book. Just because you got to see how you're Dune, there's a new Dune graphic novel. It's the Dune Waters of Canley graphic novel coming your way this week from Boom. It's $24.99. Get your Dune on. One of my favorite comics of the last decade is now getting a nice omnibus treatment. It's Jonathan Hickman's Avengers run. This is some really, really awesome Avengers. This has Avengers stuff in it. It has new Avengers stuff in it. It has free comic book day stuff, Infinity stuff. It's got all sorts of really, really cool things going on. This was some of the best Marvel comics that I'd ever read, you know, along with his Fantastic Four and Secret Warriors and things like that. But don't miss this now. Big omnibus of Jonathan Hickman's Avengers can be yours for 125 bucks. It's beefy boy, and it's also a must-read. Seriously, this is a must-read. And let's travel back in time a bit to a classic Avengers story with the Avengers Kree-Skrull War. Yeah, it's got Roy Thomas on scripts, and you got Neil Adams, John, and Sal Buscema drawing it. You know, this thing is classic. It's the Avengers Kree-Skrull War. Don't miss adding this to your collection now. It's an oversized hardcover. It's pretty awesome. It's $44.99. You can't beat it. All right, thanks for tuning in to this week's Comic Skin. We'll be back again next week to do this all over again in like Valentine's Day or something that week, I think. So maybe there'll be chocolate. Who knows? If you can't shop with us in store, feel free to shop with us online at bravenewworldscomics.com. Yeah, we'll be around. We'll be here all weekend. Get your shopping in before the Super Bowl, or if you're looking for that sweet private shopping experience, come on through on Sunday. We're open till 6. No one's going to be here. The whole city will be doing other things. Come hang out at the comic book store. That's it. See you guys soon. Go Birds. All that stuff. Have a great one. It's the spice. You need the spice. You like the spice.